Why is it so important to you to own it when you have a military presence there, which you could expand to affect security?
Because when we own it, we defend it. Right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not. We'll take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor. I would like to make a deal, the easy way, but if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way.
The world.
If you look at Greenland on a map, it looks like a giant, useless block of frozen ice. It's covered almost entirely in glacier, home to just 57,000 people, and its economy is so fragile that without a $600 million annual handout from Denmark, it would collapse overnight. On paper, Greenland looks like an extreme financial burden. So why are global superpowers quietly losing their minds over it? Why are American presidents, Chinese state-backed conglomerates, and European intelligence agencies waging a silent war over a frozen island? Because under that ice lies a $4.4 trillion jackpot, the secret choke point to the future of world trade, and the exact physical location that could dictate who wins the next global war. Greenland isn't a wasteland. It is the most valuable, dangerous piece of real estate on Earth, and the battle for its soul has already begun. To understand why superpowers are so obsessed with Greenland, you have to stop looking at a flat world map and look at the globe from the top, straight down through the North Pole. When you view the world from that angle, Greenland sits directly between North America and Russia. It is literally the front door of Western airspace. Deep inside its icy northern tundra lies Pituffik Space Base, formerly known as Thule Air Base. This is America's northernmost military installation, housing ultra-advanced ballistic missile early warning radars. If an intercontinental nuclear missile were ever launched over the Arctic, those radars provide military command with a vital 15 to 20-minute head start. In nuclear strategy, 15 minutes isn't just a minor delay, it is the difference between intercepting an incoming warhead and watching New York or Washington get wiped off the map. But it's not just about missiles, it's about what's under the water. Greenland anchors the western edge of what military strategists call the GIUK gap, the Greenland-Iceland-United Kingdom choke point. During the Cold War, and even more so today, this narrow ocean corridor is the only path Russian nuclear submarines can take to slip out of the Arctic and enter the Atlantic Ocean. Whoever controls Greenland controls the underwater sonar systems that track every single enemy submarine moving toward western shores. While military dominance is half the equation, the second reason Greenland is worth fighting for comes down to global commerce. For over a century, international shipping has been held hostage by two main maritime choke points, the Panama Canal and the Suez Canal. Whenever these routes get blocked, caught in regional wars, or paralyzed by droughts, global supply chains grind to a halt, costing the world economy billions of dollars every single day. Right now, the Arctic is warming 4 times faster than the rest of the planet. And as that ice melts, it is unlocking a route maritime companies have dreamed about for centuries, the Northwest Passage. Sailing from London to Tokyo through traditional routes like the Suez Canal takes over 21,000 kilometers, but routing through the Northwest Passage cuts that distance down to roughly 16,000 kilometers. That shaves off over 5,000 kilometers and up to 14 full days from a single voyage, saving shipping companies millions of dollars in fuel and operational costs. Cutting 2 full weeks off a single cargo voyage saves millions in fuel, crew wages, and carbon emissions. And because Greenland stands as the direct gatekeeper to the Northwest Passage through the Davis Strait and Baffin Bay, whoever holds Greenland essentially owns the toll booth for the future highway of global trade. Now let's talk about the real reason corporate giants and foreign intelligence agencies are swarming this island, the treasure vault. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the Arctic holds 13% of the world's undiscovered oil and 30% of its natural gas. Greenland alone is estimated to sit on upwards of 31 billion barrels of crude oil, rivaling the proven reserves of major global producers. But the modern world isn't just fought over oil, it is fought over technology. Every electric vehicle, wind turbine, guided missile system, and F-35 fighter jet relies on something called rare earth elements, specifically heavy rare earths like dysprosium and terbium, which create supermagnets capable of withstanding extreme heat. Currently, China controls over 70% of global rare earth mining and almost 90% of its processing capability. Beijing has already shown it is willing to restrict these mineral exports during trade disputes, effectively holding Western tech and defense industries by the throat. Enter Greenland. Greenland hosts 25 of the EU's 34 critical raw materials, and 43 of the 50 minerals deemed vital to U.S. national security. So if Greenland is sitting on all this wealth, why can't a superpower just march in and take it? In southern Greenland, two massive mineral deposits have sparked a silent proxy war between global intelligence agencies and foreign investors. The first is Cranefield, one of the world's largest untapped deposits of rare earth elements. Chinese state-backed companies moved early to secure major financial stakes in the site, but Greenland's local government stepped in and halted the project over intense environmental concerns regarding uranium mining. The second deposit is Tanbreez, which holds what is believed to be the single largest concentration of heavy rare earth elements on Earth. When Chinese entities attempted to gain leverage over Tanbreez, Western intelligence and private investors moved aggressively to block the acquisition. A U.S.-backed mining corporation secured controlling rights to the deposit, explicitly building a critical mineral supply chain completely independent of Chinese influence. Because Greenland is an autonomous territory of Denmark, and because both Denmark and the United States are core NATO members bound by Article 5, a military invasion would blow up the entire Western alliance from the inside. So how do you take over an island without firing a single shot? You play the long diplomatic game. Under the 2009 Act on Greenland Self-Government, the indigenous Greenlandic people have the full legal right to declare independence from Denmark whenever they choose. The catch: if Greenland leaves Denmark, it loses Denmark's $600 million annual financial lifeline. This is where foreign powers see their opening. A superpower doesn't need to drop paratroopers or send warships. All they have to do is approach the local government in Nuuk and offer a trade. Declare independence. We will replace your $600 million subsidy with $1.5 billion in annual economic aid. We will build your deep water ports, fund your airports, mine your rare earths, and sign a treaty to protect you. In one simple vote, Greenland could shift its allegiance overnight, handing total operational control of the Arctic to a new global partner without a single bullet being fired. Greenland is no longer just a remote, icy island on the edge of the map. As the ice melts, as shipping lanes open, and as the race for high-tech supremacy accelerates, Greenland has become the center of the world. It is where national defense, trillion-dollar supply chains, and great power rivalries collide. Whoever builds the strongest grip on Greenland won't just control the Arctic, they will hold the keys to the future of trade, technology, and global power for the next century.